All right, hello and welcome. Today, we are going to uncork a story that's been kind of hiding in plain sight. We're taking a trip to a corner of the wine world that is just bursting with unique character, with ancient history, a place that honestly a lot of people have yet to really discover. So let's dive in. So think about it. If I asked you to name a big-time wine country, you'd probably say France, right? Or Italy, maybe California. But what if I told you there's a place with a wine heritage that's every bit as rich and a diversity that is, well, it's pretty much unmatched? Get a load of this number. Over 250. That's how many native grape varieties are officially cataloged in Portugal. No, that is not a typo. We are talking about a literal treasure trove of unique flavors and aromas that you just can't find anywhere else on the planet. This isn't just a country that happens to make wine, it's like a living, breathing library of grapes. Okay, so to really get how this incredible diversity happened, we've got to rewind the clock. Portugal's wine story isn't some new thing. It's a legacy that's been built over thousands of years, shaped by empires, monks, and world explorers. You know, it all kicked off with the Romans. They were the ones who first brought vines to the peninsula. Then you fast forward to the Middle Ages, and it was the monks who were meticulously protecting and perfecting the art of winemaking. And then, bam, the age of discovery hits, and famous fortified wines like port start sailing across the oceans, putting Portugal on the global wine map. And today, we're seeing this amazing modern renaissance, a really powerful movement to celebrate and lift up these incredible native grapes. So let's start our little tasting journey with the real heart and soul of Portuguese wine, the red grapes. I mean, these are the varieties that give us those deep, complex, and powerful wines that truly speak of the land they come from. And look, if there is only one grape you remember from this, make it this one. Meet Touriga Nacional. She is considered the undisputed queen of Portuguese grapes, and for good reason. This is the noble backbone of the world's most famous fortified wine, port. It just brings elegance, complexity, and some serious potential to everything it touches. So let's break down what you're going to find in the glass. First, it pours this deep, gorgeous ruby color. And on the nose, wow. You get this powerful bouquet of black plum and cassis mixed in with these delicate floral notes like violet and just a hint of black pepper. On the palate, you'll feel those firm but really elegant tannins. You can think of tannins as the wine's scaffolding. They provide the grip and the structure that lets it age so gracefully for years, sometimes even decades. Okay, let's move on to our next grape, Aragonese. Now, if Touriga Nacional is the queen, you can think of Aragonese as the versatile traveler. You might actually know it by another name. It's called Tinta Roriz in the Douro, and it's the same grape as Tempranillo over in Spain. Its genius is just how adaptable it is. It thrives all across Portugal's different regions. In the glass, Aragonese is going to show this really vivid ruby color, and it just bursts with aromas of bright red fruits, think cherry and raspberry, with this kind of subtle, spicy thing going on in the background. Now, compared to the powerful structure of Touriga Nacional, its tannins are way softer, and they're balanced out by this nice, bright acidity. This makes it a fantastic wine to just enjoy while it's young. It's beautifully balanced and super approachable. Okay, so we've explored the deep soul of the reds. Now we're going to travel to the coast to check out the other side of Portugal's identity, the white grapes. These are wines that are literally shaped by the cool breezes of the Atlantic Ocean, and they're all about freshness and elegance. And our first stop here has to be with the undisputed star of the north, Alvarinho. This grape comes from the super green, lush region of Vinho Verde, and it's celebrated for its vibrant, almost electric freshness and these really intense aromatics. Seriously, Alvarinho is a true explosion of citrus in the glass. We're talking grapefruit and lemon, and it's all backed up by these delicate floral and mineral notes. The absolute key to its character is that vibrant, zesty acidity. It's what makes the wine so incredibly crisp and refreshing. It is the perfect partner for grilled fish on a sunny afternoon. Period. All right, on to our next white grape, Orinto. Now, if Alvarinho is all about that vibrant freshness, Orinto is all about structure. It's prized for its super high acidity, which acts as the backbone for some of Portugal's most age-worthy and complex white wines. So what does this acidic backbone actually taste like? Well, you can expect sharp citrus notes like lemon and lime, but also this fascinating mineral character that people often describe as whetstone. And that high zesty acidity isn't just refreshing, it gives the wine an incredible ability to age, developing more and more complexity over time. You'll find it making some absolutely stellar wines in places like Bucelles and all the way up in the Douro. So now that we've met a few of the main characters in Portugal's wine story, it's time to get you ready to start your own journey of discovery. Because really, this isn't just about knowing the names. It's about getting out there and experiencing these wines for yourself. So here's the big question. Are you ready to put all this knowledge to the test? Because the best way, the only way, to really understand these grapes is to taste them. And trust me, it's easier than you might think. The fancy term for it is analysis sensorial, but let's just break it down into 3 simple steps. First, look. Just hold your glass up against a white background to see the true color and clarity. Second, smell. Give the glass a little swirl to release those aromas and take a good sniff. What do you smell? Fruits? Spices? And finally, taste. Take a small sip. Let it wash over your tongue. Pay attention to the flavors, the acidity, the texture. See? It's that simple. And to help you get started with some confidence, here are some classic food pairings that are just pure magic. I mean, imagine that crisp, zesty Alvarinho cutting through the richness of freshly grilled sardines right by the sea. Or for a hearty, slow-cooked meat stew, you absolutely need the power and structure of a Douro Red, driven by Touriga Nacional, to stand up to those big, bold flavors. And for a truly iconic Portuguese experience, that intense, creamy, slightly funky Serra da Estrela cheese finds its perfect soulmate in the sweet complexity of a glass of port. Believe me, it's a classic for a reason. So, we've journeyed through Portugal's history, we've met its star red and white grapes, and now you're equipped with the tools to start exploring. All that's left is for you to take that next step. You know, this quote just beautifully captures the whole essence of Portuguese wine. It's not just about what's in the glass. It is about discovery. Every single bottle tells a story of the land, of the history, and of the people who made it. So I'm going to leave you with this question. After everything we've talked about today, which one are you going to start with? The Royal Touriga Nacional? The crisp Alvarinho? Or maybe something else entirely? The treasure is out there, just waiting in a bottle. Your next glass awaits. Cheers!